Hi, I'm Sophia Walker, and I'm playing Matska Belmont.
Hi, I'm Annie Briggs, and I'm playing Lola Perry and the Dean. I think one of the biggest things I kept in mind is like how old the Dean is. I think it's easy to sort of like write off her actions as just like abominable and just, you know, awful, but like what she's experienced, she really has lived through every war imaginable and all of most of humanity, really, right? So I just sort of kept that in mind when getting into her shoes, so I wasn't stepping in with my own kind of judgment, I guess.
I tried to stay as grounded as possible because it is true, there's so much history, and I was afraid that if I tried to remind myself about a lot of the history, then I would try to be even big. When it's like, no, I've seen enough that I can actually just be somewhat, not human, but
totally
trust that, like, I've seen it all. I have nothing to prove to any of these people.
That's a great way to put it, is bringing a human quality to these ancient gods, right? And it really is, I think the trap is falling into these big, like, you know, unrelatable sort of, but you kind of want that, right?
Yeah.
Especially between like the mother and daughter scenes. I think those were my favorite to play because I was like, well, these are like real relationships, you know? This is a human side of this person, so. How has my character changed from last season to this season? I'm effectively playing an entirely different character in the same body. So I really am playing with a completely different physicality, and just it's a complete character rehaul. In terms of sort of similarities, I wouldn't say there's a huge crossover between Lola Perry and the Dean, but Lola does have a very maternal quality about her. And although the Dean is, I mean, she is a mother to many, it's a different kind of maternal relationship, and one that is harsher, and there's things, people get cut out. She's willing to sacrifice a lot more, but I think there's still that quality with her daughter. She's known them for hundreds of years, and so there's that kind of relationship. But yeah, for the most part, I would say the two characters are quite different.
What allegiance does Mattie have to Carmilla and the Dean? These three women have been through so much, and I guess when I was looking at the backstory and trying to develop the relationship and make it believable for myself, it made me look at my mother and my sister. And I know that this playing field is so much bigger, like what we're fighting for. I mean, we're talking about the end of the world. But when it comes to the very core of what is happening between the trio, it's family. How does Mattie feel about Carmilla and Laura? It kind of makes me think of friends of mine who have dated people that I don't like. They're in relationships that you're like, you know what? I really think he's a jackass, but you like him, so I have to find a way to like him too. So kind of feels a bit like that with Carmilla and Laura, where it's, I love my sister and she loves Laura, so I guess I have to find a way to like her too. Hi, I'm Sophia Walker.
And I'm Annie Briggs.
Thanks so much for watching.